Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about what's next for Nintendo. Nintendo lately has kind of been on somewhat of a roll, some people would say. Some people seem to disagree, but me personally, I think they've been kind of on a roll. The Switch 2 launch was pretty solid. Mario Kart World was, pretty good in my opinion, and a lot of people are having issues with it. Donkey Kong Bonanza unanimously has been one of the best games to come out for Nintendo in a long time, and we just are now getting out of the Switch 2 launch. It's been a couple months, a little over 2 months now since the system came out. So what's next? Well, there's a lot of things that Nintendo may or may not have planned for this year. We're kind of in the air right now because we don't really have release dates for very much stuff. We do have a release date for two of the games that I'm going to be talking about, and those are Drag X Drive and Pokemon Legends ZA. And I'm sure, as some of you probably already know, Drag X Drive just ended its weekend demo. So there was a demo over the weekend, and a lot of people got to play it. It was open demo, and a lot of people seem to like it. A lot of people seem pretty neutral on it. It doesn't seem like a game that a lot of people are going to be excited about because, again, it is overall a kind of bland game. It's mostly just a game that's being made to show off how the mouse controls are going to be able to be used in other games coming in the future, first party and non-first party. But yeah, Drag X Drive is just a simple wheelchair basketball game where you use the motion controls to move your character, catch the ball, shoot the ball. Pretty much everything in the game is using the mouse controls with the new Switch 2 Joy-Cons. And while that's all great and good, the game does not look very vibrant. It doesn't seem to have a lot of content to do. It really is just seeming like it is 3v3 wheelchair basketball using the mouse controls, and I'm definitely going to be buying it. I liked it. I liked the demo. I'm going to be playing it. Luckily, this is only a $20 game. It's a $20 release, so it's not, anything crazy. I think that definitely helps a lot. If they priced this at any more than $20, people would be very, very upset. But for a $20 release, it was solid. The demo was solid. There's probably going to be some more game modes and mini games that are going to be in the game when it actually launches, because it did seem like that there's going to be a little more stuff, but for the most part, the demo was the game. So for $20, not too bad. I will be picking it up, but I don't know a lot of people that will be picking it up. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy successful for Nintendo, but we'll have to see. And then I already mentioned Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out in October, I believe on October 16th or something like that. I'll put it up on screen. Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out in October. That's going to be a pretty big game. A lot of people really, really loved Pokemon Legends Arceus, and this is the next game in that line of Legends games. So a lot of people are very excited. It is going to have a lot more of a focus on the battle mechanics, seeing as it is live action, real-time, not live action, but real-time battles using real-time strategy. And also megas are returning, and the whole ranking system going from rank Z to rank A just seems like it's going to be a lot more focused on the battling stuff, whereas Legends Arceus was really just catching. There was battles, but it was mostly just catching the Pokemon and completing the Pokedex, and I'm sure that's still going to play a pretty big part in ZA. However, it does seem like they're also focusing a lot on the battling, which I'm a big fan of because I like battling in Pokemon as much as I love catching Pokemon. So it's going to be a great title. I'm sure a lot of people are going to love it, and of course, it's Pokemon. It's going to be a successful release. Now, there are some other games that may be coming out this year. May not be coming out this year. We're really kind of up in the air with some of this stuff. We haven't had a general Nintendo Direct in a little while, and it really does feel like we need one, because there are some games like Metroid Prime 4, which is still just slated to be a 2025 release with no actual release date. And then also Kirby Air Riders was announced earlier this year and is presumably going to be a 2025 release as well, but again, we don't know for sure. I think it's going to be a 2025 release, but we don't have any confirmation. But based on when they announced it earlier this year, I feel like they kind of announced it earlier this year because it's going to be a 2025 release, maybe in December or November. Not really sure. We don't have any confirmation, but it could very easily be a early 2026 game, a Q1 2026 game. We'll just have to see. And then more recently, they did announce a Splatoon spin-off game called Splatoon Raiders, and we don't know for certain, but that game does seem to be very finished. They've been working on it for a while, so that also might be a 2025 release. Again, we don't know for certain because I don't think they've confirmed anything on that game, but it does seem like it could be a 2025 release. So those 3 games are expectedly supposed to be coming out this year, and we don't have release dates for any of them, and there's only 3.5 months left in the year. And that's not including all of the Mario 40th anniversary stuff that could be happening, because this is Mario's 40th anniversary. And as we remember, in the 35th anniversary, Nintendo did a lot for the 35th anniversary, which to me felt kind of strange because 35 was like a very strange anniversary number. Like like they can celebrate in like increments of 5 years, but 35 was just a really strange year. We got like pretty much everything that you can imagine with Mario on it, with the exception of like a mainline 3D Mario game, because we had just previously gotten Odyssey not too long before that. I am iffy on whether we're gonna get a 3D Mario game announcement. It's just because Donkey Kong Bonanza has already come out, and the people that made Odyssey made Donkey Kong Bonanza. Now, that's not to say that the 3D Mario game, the next 3D Mario title, has to be made by the Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Odyssey team, but I feel like it would be very strange for them to choose another team with how successful Odyssey was and how successful Bonanza currently is, especially reviving a not necessarily dead Nintendo IP, but a decently inactive Nintendo IP. Bonanza has been doing very well for Nintendo, so I don't know if there's going to be a 3D Mario release. I'm expecting something for the 40th anniversary. Considering they went all out on 35, they have to have something for 40. And it would be very strange if they just don't acknowledge the 40th anniversary when we got so much stuff for the 35th anniversary, if that makes sense. So hopefully we get some Mario stuff. I don't think we're going to get as much as we did at the 35th anniversary, just because Metroid Prime 4 is supposed to be coming out, Pokemon Legends EA is coming out, and then potentially Splatoon Raiders and Kirby Air Riders are also coming out this year. So with all those other releases kind of being packed into the last few months of the year, I don't think we're going to get too many Mario 40th anniversary releases, but I do think there might be 1 or 2 announcements for Mario coming soon. Whether that's in a direct, absolutely no idea. They're kind of up in the air. We haven't gotten a direct in a little while, and it really feels like we need to get a direct soon. And the reason for that is because we have all this stuff that's just kind of in the air. The only thing we know for sure is coming out is Pokemon Legends ZA, and that's not even necessarily Nintendo, that's Game Freak. But Metroid Prime 4 still doesn't have a release date, and there's 3.5 months left in the year. And Splatoon Raiders and Kirby Air Riders are potentially releases this year as well, and we, again, don't have release dates. And then, of course, the Mario 40th anniversary stuff that's just kind of being ignored by Nintendo. I'm sure there's something, they have something planned, but it really does seem like they're hiding something for Mario 40th. Maybe we're about to get a really big direct that's going to show Pokemon, going to show Metroid Prime, we'll get a release date, maybe show more Splatoon and more Kirby, and then we'll also get some Mario 40th anniversary stuff in there as well. I really don't know. It feels like we should be getting a direct soon with the lack of information that we have, knowing that there's all these games coming out, but not knowing when they come out and not knowing much about them other than some gameplay, and like not even for all of them, but some of them have general release windows. Like Metroid Prime is still slated for 2025. When in 2025, we have no idea. It's been slated for 2025 the entire year, so it's only a few months left. And with all this other stuff coming out, and then potentially Mario 40th anniversary stuff, it just seems like we need a direct to kind of like clear things up, and hopefully that's the case. They don't leave us in the dark for too much longer, because I know a lot of people are starting to get antsy, including myself, especially since it has been almost a month since Donkey Kong Bonanza has released. A lot of people have finished the game. A lot of people that were 100%ing the game have finished doing that as well. So now we're kind of like dying down the hype from Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's still going to be very popular and relevant. The speedrunning community has been crazy for it, but you know, we're kind of dying down on Donkey Kong Bonanza for the most part. A lot of people are kind of not necessarily like forgetting about it, but you know, the hype is dying down for Bonanza, and we're starting to get ready for whatever the next thing is. And right now, the next thing is Pokemon Legends EA, unless something else comes out before then. We'll just have to see. Hopefully, they drop it direct, like maybe later in the month. I would think if they're going to drop a direct, it's going to be like August 28th or like, you know, right towards the end of the month or something like that. But yeah, a lot of stuff is just kind of happening and up in the air, and we don't really know anything about it. So like we know what's coming for Nintendo, but we don't know really any of when any of it's coming, except for Pokemon and Drag X Drive, which releases here in the next, I think, week or so. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think is coming out. Do you think Metroid Prime will come out this year? Do you think it's going to get delayed again and come out in 2026? Do you think Splatoon Raiders, Kirby Air Riders might come out this year? And what do you want to see for a Mario 40th anniversary? Me personally, I would obviously love to see the next 3D Mario game announced, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I would love to see another remake kind of thing where we got Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I think that'd be very cool. Do that for another game. Maybe we get a Mario Galaxy 2 remake, since we never got Mario Galaxy 2 at the 35th anniversary. Something like that. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments your thoughts on all of this stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.